Hello 3SH, my name is Miss Yiacoumi and I'm going to be your brand new Year 4 teacher. I'm very excited to be in Year 4 again because I've been in Year 4 for many years and I've also done Year 3, so I know where you're coming from and where you need to be next year. I hope you're all as excited to meet me as I am to meet you. Year 4 is going to be so exciting. This is your brand new classroom. So it's very, very big and you've got lots of space, much bigger than Year 3. So you should feel very lucky that you've got a nice giant-sized classroom. So I wanted to talk to you today about one of my favourite books, and it's called Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is a story that I used to read when I was little. I've read it to my class now and they absolutely love it. So I thought it would be a good idea to share it with you. So the first chapter, off we go. It's called The Three Farmers. Down in the valley there were 3 farms. The owners of these farms had done well. They were rich men. They were also nasty men. All 3 of them were as nasty and as mean as any man you could meet. Their names were Father Boggis, Farmer Bruce, and Farmer Bean. Boggis was a chicken farmer. He kept thousands of chickens and he was enormously fat. This was because he ate 3 boiled chickens smothered with dumplings and butter every day for breakfast, lunch and supper. Sounds very greedy. Bunce was a duck and goose farmer. He kept thousands of ducks and geese. He was a kind of pot-bellied dwarf. He was so short his chin would have been underwater in the shallow end of any swimming pool in the world. His food was donuts and goose livers. He mashed the livers into a disgusting paste and then stuffed the paste into donuts. This diet gave him a tummy ache and a beastly temper. Bean was a turkey and apple farmer. He kept thousands of turkeys in an orchard full of apple trees. He never ate food at all. Instead, he drank gallons of cider which he made from the apples in the orchard. He was as thin as a pencil and the cleverest farmer of them all. Boggis, Bunce and Bean, one fat, one short, one lean. These horrible crooks, so different in looks, were none the less equally mean. This is what the children round about used to sing when they saw them. Now our next chapter is called Mr. Fox, and it's quite short, so I'll read it to you as well. On a hill above a valley there was a wood. In the wood was a huge tree. In the hole in the tree lives Mr. Fox, Mrs. Fox, and their 4 small foxes. Every evening, as soon as it got dark, Mr. Fox would say to Mrs. Fox, "Well, my darling, what shall it be? A plump chicken from Boggis, a duck and a goose from Bunce, or a nice turkey from Bean?" And when Mrs. Fox had told him, Mr. Fox would creep and sneak down in the alley and help himself. Boggis, Bunce and Bean knew very well what was going on. They were not men who liked to give anything away, so each night he would take his shotgun and hide in a dark place, hoping to catch the robber. But Mr. Fox was far too clever. He always approached the farm with the wind blowing in his face, and this meant that if any man were lurking in the shadows, the wind would carry the smell of the man to Mr. Fox's nose. Thus, if Mr. Boggis was hiding behind the chicken house, Mr. Fox could smell him from 50 yards away. "Dang and blast that lousy beast," cried Boggis. "I'd like to rip his guts out," said Bunce. "He must be killed," said Bean. "But how? How on earth can we catch him?" Bean said, "I have a plan." "You've never had a plan before." "Well, listen. Tomorrow night we will all hide just outside the holes where the fox lives. We wait until he comes out and bang, bang, bang." "Very clever. But first we shall have to find the hole." "My dear Bunce, I've already found it. It's in the woods on the hill under a huge tree." So that was Roald Dahl's Fantastic Mr. Fox, and we will continue our story when I see you very, very soon. Now, we also have a summer reading challenge, children, which I would love for you to send in pictures of yourselves reading in unusual places. So it could be maybe beside a tree in the park, or in a very strange place that we wouldn't normally expect you to be reading. Now, as you can see, I'm reading in my lovely classroom. So here is your inspiration, and I would like you to read in an unusual place. It's been lovely talking to you, 3SH, and I can't wait to see you properly. Bye.